Hello and welcome. You're watching DD India and I'm Gautam Roy, and this is a special interaction because come the 16th of February until the 20th, the world's eyes will be focused on how India is taking its mission artificial intelligence forward with the AI Impact Summit, the first such event anywhere in the global south. It will cover all aspects of AI from tech to policy and industry to research. It's part of India's ambition to come up with AI solutions, governance structures to power not only its 1.4 billion strong population into the future, but also the entire world. Well, it's also caught up in the AI race, developing indigenous sovereign artificial intelligence from LLMs to niche models. But our guest today is about something totally different. Let's introduce him. We're joined by Dr. Arastu Sharma, CEO Shodh AI, which is using AI to design the materials which will power the future of India and the world. Welcome to DD India, Arastu, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Gautam.
First, tell us about what you're doing and what really necessitated it and what does it mean to the progress of India and the world?
Yeah, so in very short, there's a famous story of Edison, where he was discovering the bulb. It took him 10,000 different bulbs to come to the right bulb that would actually shine. So that's how humans have always developed materials and things and all the things that our world runs on. So what we are trying to develop is the future where you don't need to do 10,000 experiments. You don't need to wait for decades to build a new material, a new battery. We need to be a civilization that is able to control all of our planet, that is able to go interplanetary. We need to go to Mars. We need to get out of the planet and control the planet itself. So how does that happen? We need an AI to which we can say that give me a battery that works in space. Give me a battery material that would survive in front of sun. We need future quantum materials. We need future energy materials. And that's what we're trying to solve here. So if you have lithium ion problem in India and we're dependent on China, that's because we haven't had the experience of building that material for a very long time. If we could find alternatives of lithium in India, like sodium ion battery, you would not be dependent on China. If you could find alternatives of rare earth metals, we would not be dependent on those elements from China. How we can do that is now taking power with AI. We can use AI to build alternatives, and that too very, very fast. So we can do that in 6 months, and that's what we're trying to do that in India itself. And our model will be able to help scientists, industries, and even future startups to create patents in India, IPs of materials in India, and start a new revolution in India itself.
And how are you going about it? What sort of help are you getting from different institutions, from the government itself? In this, well, it sounds like pioneering, but tell us if you have any competitors anywhere in the world, or is this work completely peerless? You have no other company or anybody in this particular field?
Yeah, so first of all, we are part of the 12 companies selected by India AI to build Indian foundational models. And we're working very closely with NVIDIA, with Google, and they're helping us build these models. To give you a perspective, the current AI race is about languages and code, and that's where all the world is there. And we always say that, okay, maybe India is lagging behind in that, but the race has just started. In the next 4 or 5 years, the race would be about AI for science. You'll have AI for pharma, biotech, and material science. So there is AI for pharma that has already started in US. There are companies that are working in China on biotech, and we want to be the leaders in material science and take India in a leading position and not catching up to other countries. So there are competitors that are coming up in China and US, but everyone's still at ground zero. So this is the time to start working on it.
And so what stage are you at yourself currently in terms of being able to design these new futuristic materials?
Yeah, so we've built our first foundational model that we'll be demoing at the India AI Summit. We've been given the opportunity by India AI to get a lot of GPUs working together. They've helped us in infrastructure development around it, and we'll be demoing our first product. Within a few months, we will be partnering with a few Indian industries to develop the first sodium ion batteries in the country.
All right, wonderful. Now, you already mentioned materials, but what are the other kind of key AI capabilities which India should be trying to develop or is in the race of developing? Because after all, it is being said to be an AI race that the world is caught up in right now.
Yes. Good question. So in a lot of policy discussions that we've been involved with the government as well, and also the meeting with the PM, I was always bullish on not just that we need to push for language models, but we need to go towards niche models. We need to go for AI for healthcare. We need to go for AI for pharma, drug discovery. We need biologics new types of therapeutic solutions, gene editing. In all of these areas, which is sort of comprised within the AI for science, if India is able to invest in it at the right time, which is right now, in the next 4 or 5 years, we'll be one of the leading companies, having one of the best HR and now one of the best infra for AI development. We would be one of the leaders in the future.
Tell us a little bit more about that interaction that you had with the Prime Minister along with some other AI startup founders and people associated with such work. What was conveyed to you in terms of the PM's perspective, in terms of the use of AI, and also the fact that there is fear as well among a lot of people all over the world, not just in India. India is a hugely populous nation. So related to jobs, there is an apprehension as well.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it was a once in a lifetime opportunity for all of us to meet the Prime Minister. And as everyone says, I was shocked on his depth of understanding on this topic. And we had a long conversation. He had spent an hour and a half with us discussing on each of these projects. My motivation when I was interacting with him was to sort of transfer this vision on AI for science to him, wherein he himself said to me that I always also say that currently all the AI use cases are around laziness and making things easier for people, but we need to move forward from language and go towards other areas of solutions where the impact of AI can actually be seen. He did mention about ethical AI and how his motivation and push has been towards that, and I really appreciated that. Yeah.
And what does a platform like the India AI Impact Summit mean to a startup like yours? Because of course it's a platform where you can showcase what you're doing, which you will be doing.
Yeah.
But in other aspects of how AI is being developed, does it also mean exposure? Because not just heads of government and state, last count is 15, 100 companies from all over the world will also be there. So it will be a huge learning opportunity too.
I mean, there's no question to that. With the India AI Summit, like India is putting itself as that on ground that we are there as well, and we are one of the leading countries in AI. As Ashwini Vaishnav had said at Davos, that we are not a lagging country, but we are one of the leading countries in AI itself. So the India AI Summit sort of puts us shoulder to shoulder to these giants. And being a startup and having a booth and being able to interact with people like Jensen Huang from NVIDIA, from Sundar Pichai, and all the leading figures of the world, and putting us equivalent to that is an opportunity that we could only get in India. And the level of support that the government is giving to us, and a one-to-one help, like I've never seen that happening anywhere else. And I think India AI Mission and the summit itself is the starting point of where India is going to be leading the world in the next 5 years.
Yeah. And what excites you most these days in terms of the kind of latest developments that are taking place in the AI space? Because a lot of people have been talking about Mold Book as well, and some people are amazed, some are amused, but there is a sense of alarm as well.
See, I take it as I've always been very positive about AI. I know a lot of people are scared. There's obviously this is one of the most changing technologies that have ever arrived on this planet and to humans. But if you become someone who can take advantage of AI rather than someone who's scared of it, you'd be 10 times better than anyone else. Surely, jobs will change. Surely everything is going to change. But as we've always seen, technologies bring more opportunity. There are different opportunities than before, and we have to adapt to it. We have to get more skilled, but people have to adapt it, and people have to become better at it by using it and not being scared from it. And there is going to be trillions and trillions of dollars of more opportunities that are being developed with AI and solutions that we can't even think of. Solving problems of healthcare, drugs, solving problems with material as we are working on. These are the places where we can actually solve genetic diseases. We can solve world hunger. That can only be done with AI now, and we should take advantage of it.
But developments like Mold Book, where agentic AI is talking to agentic AI, even complaining about their humans, and then trying to say that let's come up with a different language. Does that put you in the camp of we should regulate AI, or you remain in the camp which says that it should be completely unfettered and only self-regulation is the best kind of regulation there?
I'm on the second side. I believe in open technologies. I believe that stopping anything first of all, you cannot stop anything. The world's best technologies are open source technologies. And one of the main advantages, if you see, of AI is that a person sitting in Silicon Valley has become equivalent to person sitting in India. Like, we have the same type of knowledge now with help of AI. We can do the same things that they were able to do in their own ecosystem. So, we have to talk about that. The advantages of open source systems, advantages of open usage is far more better than regulated systems, and that is the only way that humans overall will be able to go towards a positive outcome. I'm very optimistic that humans as an average will improve, the life will improve overall with help of AI.
Okay, wonderful. I'm sure this will also be a subject which will be hotly debated. Definitely. Where the AI Impact Summit is concerned, and I wish you all the success and the summit too. Thank you so much for joining us and talking about it, Dr. Arastu Sharma of Shodh AI. So that's a wrap as far as this conversation is concerned, but a lot of exciting things happening in India related to AI, not just the summit, but a lot more that is yet to be explored, and we'll keep looking at that as well here on DD India. Thanks for watching.